Okay, so just before I start, I just want to make sure that you understand I am a little bit wound up about a few things right now, but I mean, just in case it comes across in the video. Anyway, I hope everybody's good. I just wanted to talk about something with children. Why is it? I did a quick little video the other day, but why is it that so many parents are quite willing to push their children into education and the academic route, but without fully understanding the consequences? So, prime example, somebody will know that the system is flawed and that everything is designed in a particular fashion which doesn't best suit our interests. Let's put it that way. But they'll still do everything possible to get their child into the system. Now, I see it with like training and nutrition and stuff. I'll give the parent really good advice, and they'll start eating better, and they'll start being more active, and they'll get healthier, and they'll lose weight and feel better and whatever else. But they'll still have their children eating the same processed nonsense instead of eating the weight that they're eating. It's the same kind of thing. If you're a parent and you're waking up, are you forcing your children into the system also? Because if you are, how are we ever going to win? Because let's face it, for all of you out there who have been looking for truth, you will arrive at the point that everything that you know is a lie. For the most part, everything is pretty much a lie. Nothing that they ever said happened at all, or if it did, it didn't happen the way they said it did. Most of our history has been a complete made-up story, and none of the actual important bits are ever taught in school. It's only when you go looking on in later life do you find it. So if you've been looking for the truth, you already know this. But are you passing this down to your children? Are they growing aware and already, well, you're not really born asleep or awake, are you? That's just what life does to you. So shouldn't we just keep them awake? Why do we keep pushing to get them further into the system? And everybody's just happy to keep playing sheep. Oh, if I don't do this, then, I won't get my paycheck and I won't get this. Why is it everyone's just happy to keep going? When will enough be enough? Perhaps when the 5G system comes in and you haven't got a choice but, just to be a mindless slave. Oh no, but then you'll be a mindless slave already, so there's nothing that anybody could do about it. If our generation doesn't do it, which one will? There's some interesting questions to be asked here, because as the control matrix is strengthening its hold on society, we're losing time. And for every lifetime that's born and experience, that information's also being lost. So in essence, we're actually declining in our knowledge for the most part, unless you've been searching for the absolute truth. But if you look at the common day society, they've lost most of the history, and they don't understand so many simple things that have happened because they've been too distracted. The time's been taken up just by content creation, Netflix, YouTube, the likes thereof, right? Instead of actually learning something useful, it's actually taken up just by mindless content for the most part, or someone's fictional story. So information isn't really being passed on as well as it used to, but the control system is strengthening. So how much time do we really have left? How many more generations before it's complete? Is it this one? Is it the next one? Look, it's dead simple. I did a video calling all truthers let's get comms going. Because we're making videos, we're looking for the truth, we're finding it, we're waking up, we're seeing what's what, we're regurgitating said information, trying to wake others up. But what? What are we doing? Are we gonna just keep going over the same stuff again and again and again and again and again? And I get that we need to do it because we need to keep helping other people to wake up and be aware of what's what, but don't we need to get organized at some point now? No, we need to start pulling together and being like, okay, cool. So, what's what? What's next? Because, what's the guy's name? I think his name's Joe from the Fullington Informer. Joe Briani? I think that's his name. I mean, the guy's been fighting them with lawsuits after lawsuits, trying to do anything that he can, and he's just being silenced. Nothing's being done. He's protesting, he's doing lectures, talks, I think he's even in some of the churches, and nobody's listening, for the most part, because nothing's being done. So it's not like no one's trying. People are, but we're trying to use their system, and let's face it, if you're really awake, you know using their system just won't work. Because it's their system, right? That's how it's designed for them. So I mean, he's doing good work, and I mean, massive amounts of respect for him. Massive amounts. Very good man. But I kind of feel like he's on his own for the most part. I think we all have something that we could do, but maybe some of us don't know. So I think the best thing for us to actually be able to do now is really create a strong network. And if we can do that, then I think a lot more can be done. For those who know, those who are awake, it can be done, right? It literally can be done. We just need to now start networking properly and start knowing who's whom. And if we can do that, man, we might still have a chance. We might still just have a chance. But the irony, I've got an appointment in a couple of minutes and I'm saying we're running out of time. How ironic. Again, that's part of the control system, isn't it? Everybody's got somewhere to be and something to do, so you can't really do anything. Or at least that's what they would have you believe. I mean, at the end of the day, if we truly just worked for shelter and for sustenance, life would be so much simpler. But instead, our greed, that's all it is. It's just greed. Okay, maybe it isn't just greed. Maybe it's some ego there as well. Yeah, definitely ego and some pride. So we want more. I guess sometimes in life it's okay to want more, but the question I'll ask, to what cost? Because the way it's going right now, I think it's the ultimate price, to be honest. So, look, you know what? I've said it. If you're a truther, truth seeker, whatever you want to call yourself, I mean, some people call you conspiracy theorists, awake, woke, whatever you want to call it. If you're aware of what's going on, please, let's start getting this nailed down. I always have my email address floating around. Send me over an email. Let's actually start creating a proper network here. And let's see what we can do. Put our minds together. Make sure we fill in each other's gap. Because everyone's going to be slightly wrong about one thing or another until they've got new and relevant information, okay? Don't penalize someone because they're a little bit wrong on something. There's no handbook, okay? There's no instruction manual that tells you exactly how to be 100% woke and to know everything about everything. It just doesn't exist. So people are going to be wrong about some stuff. But if they're spotting what's wrong, then that's what we need to do. Bring them all together. Let's start seeing what we can do. And just stay on it. And in these days, stay safe.